Hi, I'm Sailor Moon Serena, and today is a 7-year day of my YouTube fairway being on YouTube. So 7 years, I can't believe it's been about 7 years ago. So I made a film first, didn't like where it was going. Oh, you have the lights on, you want the lights off. So 7 years ago, Sailor Moon for Life, you know what I named this now, but what its true name was Sailor Moon Tube 11. And I just threw 11 in there just so it let me work with it. And I didn't know that it was going to be around for 7 years. You know, now knowing my yesteryear with all my YouTube fairways, knowing what happened to Sailor Moon Red and the hacking, and what happened with the fake telling, you know, that happened, and the lockdowns of Sailor Moon, oh, what happened to Sailor Moon Red 1 and Sailor Moon's Best 1 and Sailor Moon's Best 2 and Sailor Moon on Tube and Sailor Moon Red 1, 2, 3, 4. And after years of bullying and being picked on, and I got here 7 years later, here I am with Sailor Moon Tube 11, now known as Sailor Moon for Life. And I'm happy about that, because I put a lot of hard work to get to 7 long years, and I know there are folks who have been on YouTube a lot longer than me, but luckily they didn't have to go through all the mishaps that I had to go through to get to this point. They didn't have to be in binds or anything, don't go through the same binds, and I wouldn't wish that on anyone. So here I am 7 years later, and I'm so happy, because every year when I get to be 7 years, I think back to how it all started, how the last fake flagging or whatever you want to tell it, the last telling happened, and how I had to start all over again, building up the YouTube fairway, starting up the films again, starting up the playlist again, getting all my followers back, making all the films again, or at least making new takes on old films again, and sometimes these are new films, and wondering if it was even going to last longer than it did. So about 7 years, it's still around. So I want to say thank you to all the followers of all the years, everyone who followed us in all of our old YouTube fairways and this one too. And I also want to say to all the haters out there and the hackers that thought that this was a bad thing and they couldn't take it earnest, and they thought what was being done here was wrong, and well, too bad. If that was your thought and belief, well then good for you. But at the end of the day, I was going to do what I wanted to do on YouTube as long as I was following the YouTube followership oversight and I wasn't doing anything that was unlawful. Alright? So, yeah. Thank you to everyone. Is that still, I don't know how I got here to be 7 long years. I think it has to do with a lot of luck. Making a strong overstep word. Keeping away from all haters. Not have anything to do with any haters. And doing thing and following the YouTube followership oversight, which I've been following since 2008 YL. Okay? Alright? So, I'm so happy for that. And I can't believe it. So now my next goal is to make it 8 years. And on so and on so and on so. And I think that I am going to make it to that. And a lot of folks think to themselves, why would a lot of folks would be like, yeah, well, if that's your next goal, yeah, I got many goals, and that is the next goal, is to make it 8 years. If I made it to 7 years, then I think I'll make it to 8 years. So that's my next goal. And so happy about this. because I got back to being 7 long years of Sailor Moon for life, which still to this day I can't actually believe it that I made it, you know. And the only other one I think out there that would be as happy as I am would be Jordan Long, who she's going to have to make a film next anyway. And she's been on YouTube for 7 years too. Granted, it was a couple of days or maybe even a week after I started on mine. So anyway, today is the 7 year days. It's the 7 year days. The 7th year day of me being on YouTube. Oh, okay, I'm only up to 5 minutes into this film. I thought it would be a lot longer than it was, but I guess not. Alright, I'm Sailor Moon Serena. Hope you like this film.